Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another intake system cleaning on a 2014 Chevy Equinox, the Mafia Staff Car Edition. I've got another video where we did this on a Ford F-150, back one of the first few videos I did. Pretty straightforward process. We're going to do the same thing again to this car. This car, it's been at least 100,000 miles since this has been done. This is my wife's car. We bought it. It had like 74,000 miles on it. It's got 175 on it as we speak. So I know it's never been done as long as we've owned it. Who knows if it was done before that. It may have never been done in the life of the car. But we're going to do it today. The engine's good and warm. I just drove it uptown and back. So it's up to operating temperature and has been for 20 or 30 minutes now. We're going to get the cleaner plumbed into the system and get going on it.
Okay, so what I've done is I just loosened up this clamp here on the, whatever this is, the air intake. Going down to the throttle body, I'm gonna put the hose for the cleaner in there, put this back together because it's got a mass airflow sensor. So we'll have to have all this snugged up and as airtight as we can get it while we run the cleaner.
Okay, so here's what the can looks like. If you didn't see the first video, these two knobs are to turn it on, and this red one is a timer that you turn and it starts the flow of the cleaner through this hose and nozzle. This bend in it here is where we're going to put it into the throttle body and then put the air intake hose back around it. Comes with a nice hose to hang it up there under the hood. The other video I did of this got a lot of comments as far as some people saying they've tried it, some people saying it works, other people saying it will tear up your car. You're gonna, you know, in my experience, you're gonna kind of get that with anything. You know, it used to be that way with synthetic oil when that was first coming out. You know, can I run that in my car? No, it'll tear it up, or yeah, it's great, or you could kind of get whatever opinion you wanted on it just if you looked around hard enough. All right, so that's down in there. The hose ain't pinched off. We're gonna go ahead and start this. Now the directions say, once you start the can, get in the car, start it, and run it, I believe it's 1,000 RPM above idle. Let's see here. Okay, so it says once you turn the bottle on, it will begin to dispense within approximately 1 minute. Increase the engine to 3 times factory idle speed. So the factory idle speed on this car is about 700 RPM, 800 RPM, so we're looking for 2100 to 2400 if I did the math right. We've got everything hooked up. I think I'm going to snug this hose down, this clamp down just a touch. I don't want to go too much and maybe cut the flow off. So that's taken care of. We're going to get the bottle going here. We're going to get in the car and hold it for 15 minutes. It says it takes 15 minutes for this product to completely dispense into the system. So here we go.
Okay, so we're going about 2,500 or so. I'm gonna try and keep it right around 2,500 for 15 minutes.
So the reason you would need to do this is it's most beneficial on gasoline direct injected engines, okay? In a normal multi-port fuel injection system, a carbureted system, a throttle body fuel system, the fuel is injected before the intake valve, okay? So the fuel actually cleans the intake system as the car runs, just on a normal basis. As the car is running, that fuel washing past all these parts is cleaning all the carbon and gunk out of them. On a GDI engine, a gas direct injection engine, the fuel is injected directly into the cylinder. It doesn't go past the intake valve. So the intake valves get gunk and carbon all over them, and it just builds up and builds up and builds up because there's nothing to clean it off. That's what this product does, is clean that gunk and junk off the back of the intake valves. So you get better airflow, the engine runs better, and all those kinds of things. I don't know exactly what STP recommends you do this at. The box is outside the car. but if I remember, I'll put that in the video later, how often they recommend to do it. Like I said, in this particular car, I don't think it's ever been done. I know it's never been done for the last 100,000 miles because we've owned the car for that long. Okay, we're all done. I was wrong about the time. It's not 15 minutes, it's 9 minutes. So the directions after that is basically take the can out of the system, put the boot back on, tighten it back up, then drive the car for 10 to 15 minutes to ensure the formula exhausts from the intake system, removing any remaining carbon. The claims it makes of what it's going to help is help save gas, increases horsepower, remove harmful carbon deposits, reduce rough idle, extends the engine life, and improves acceleration. Modern GDI engines spray directly into the combustion chamber. Although this design is great for power and improved gas mileage, it leaves your intake system susceptible to harsh deposit buildup that pour-in fuel additives just can't reach. These deposits can rob your engine of the peak performance and efficiency it once had. If left untreated, it can lead to catastrophic engine failure. And the question about how often you should use it, it says use once a year to dissolve harmful deposit, extend engine life. So once a year, this stuff. So we'll put her back together here and take it for a ride and see what happens. All right, folks, we got the intake boot button back up. We're gonna go for a quick test drive here. I don't know if you can see out the back window well enough to see or not, but a lot of times after you do this, when you first take off in the car and you're kind of put it under a load, getting up to speed and that kind of stuff, you'll get a big white cloud of smoke out the exhaust. And that's pretty well normal because there's some of this cleaner that gets trapped in certain places in the engine. It breaks some carbon loose, so on and so forth. So it's not unheard of. So I don't know if you can see it out the back window, but no, I don't see it. There it goes. I don't know if you can see it, but it clouded out the intersection back there behind us. It left a big blue haze back there, just like fog in the middle of the street. So I could kind of feel in the engine too as it was doing that. There was kind of a lag, a hesitation, that all of a sudden it picked up and went, and that's when it picked up and went is when all the smoke came out of it. So it's blowing chunks of something out, so that's good. So we're going to go on about a 10-minute drive here just to make sure all that stuff's out of the system and everything else. Again, nothing exciting that you're going to miss here. All right, folks, we're back from the test drive. Everything went good. No check engine lights, no misfires, any issues at all. Does seem like it's idling a little bit smoother. May just be the effect of me knowing I just did something to it and looking for a result. If you like this video, please hit the like, comment with your questions, concerns, gripes, complaints, whatever you want to call them. Subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so that you know when we get new content put out, you'll get alerted. I appreciate you watching very much. Thanks. Have a great day.